Hello, namaste everyone. It's me Kamraz Alam. I welcome you all to our beautiful channel, The Medverse. From today, we are going to complete this respiratory system in a very crystal clear manner. And today, our topic of discussion is going to be larynx. And I hope every one of you must have heard about these structures, that is larynx. Tell me what this larynx also known as. Larynx is also known as voice box, isn't it? And if it is known as voice box, then its major work will be what? Production of sound, isn't it? So, production of sound is done by what? Production of sound is done by larynx. Okay. Now, can you guys tell me what does this process mean? The process of production of sound is known as phonation. So, can I say that the organ for phonation in human being is larynx? And here is one very important concept that is being asked in several competitive exams, that is, can you guys tell me phonating organ? Listen very carefully, okay? Phonating organ in case of bird is, and the sound looks similar like that of larynx, but it's not larynx in case of bird, okay? Be very careful. That is our syrinx. Is it okay up to this much? No any problem at all, isn't it? Okay. So let's discuss in more depth about larynx. This larynx consists of the several cartilage. Larynx is our cartilaginous structure. So it consists of several cartilage, and here we have to be very specific that this larynx consists of two different types of cartilage. Be very careful. What am I saying? This larynx consists of two types of cartilage. That means one is paired cartilage, and another one is unpaired cartilage. Okay. Now listen to me. I will give you a short story for remembering this in a very crystal clear manner. Suppose there is two boy and girl, they are couple, okay? Now tell me, if they are couple, then what would they like to do? They would say each other that let's go for a date, okay? And even they will go to the cinema hall, isn't it? And in the cinema hall, they will prefer what? AC type of cinema hall, where there must be presence of AC, isn't it? From this all, what am I trying to say you? The paired cartilage, we can remember this paired cartilage by AC. And look, this, let's say this is Ramu and this is Sita. They are the couple. They are going to AC for the movie. They are going to hall for movie, isn't it? And while enjoying the movie, they would also want to buy some corn, isn't it? So I can use this corn for our paired cartilage, okay? I will make this concept very clear. Just have some patience and listen to it where you are sitting. This can be asked in your any sorts of competitive exam, like what are the paired cartilage present in the larynx, and that is ready. Look, arytenoid, from C, corniculate. Now you guys can understand what this story means to us, isn't it? Don't forget this. Arytenoid, corniculate, and also we get cuneiform. Done? Now tell me, like what will be the unpaired cartilage which will be present in the larynx? And for here, also remember a short story. Like in today world, it does not matter how handsome or how cute you are. It does not mean that if you are cute, then you are going to be paired like this Ramu. No, it doesn't mean. So can I say that most of the cute people most of the cute people are unpaired. Most of the cute people are unpaired. Can I say that? And if I can say that, then this cute people is going to make our concept very easy for remembering unpaired cartilage. That's the thing. Okay, so from C sorry, cricoid, and then U is for unpaired. From T I can remember as thyroid, and from E we can remember as epiglottis. Done. So from here you guys can remember the paired cartilage present in the larynx and the unpaired cartilage which are present in the larynx. Look, for the paired cartilage we have AC cord, for the unpaired cartilage we have cute people, and from C we have cricoid, from T we have thyroid, and from E we have epiglottis. Is it clear up to this much? Now can you guys tell me, from this cartilage, the largest cartilage is it is our thyroid. Okay, thyroid. Everything has been dealt in a crystal clear manner about this larynx. Okay, now I am going to discuss about a very important concept of larynx, that is about the vocal fold. Okay, before that, can you guys tell me, have you heard about Adam's apple? Have you heard about Adam's apple? Now if you have heard about Adam's apple, you must be very clear that this Adam's apple is present in case of male. And also note that Adam's apple also known as our Rudraghanti, isn't it? Rudraghanti. Listen, this Adam's apple is present in male, but after puberty, be very clear. Okay, after puberty. So what happens after puberty? That this Adam's apple becomes prominent, isn't it? Before puberty it is present in both male and female. Note this, before puberty present in both male and female, but after puberty what happen is, after puberty there is productions of testosterone. In whom? In case of male, after puberty there is, in case of male after puberty there will be increased testosterone, isn't it? Yes, there will be increased testosterone, and this testosterone is going to make the Adam's apple prominence. Okay, so now your concept might be getting clear, isn't it? So this testosterone is going to make the Adam's apple prominent. Okay, done up to this much. Now let's discuss about the vocal fold that is present in the larynx. Vocal fold present in the larynx, and the same manner we have deal about the cartilage in the larynx, that was of two types, isn't it? Paired and unpaired. In the same manner, vocal fold is also of two types, and such a homology, isn't it? This vocal fold is of two types. One is our true vocal fold, and another is our false vocal fold. So from here, can you guys tell me which vocal fold will be actually participating in sound production? And that is our, of course, true vocal fold. It is 2 in number, and false vocal fold is also 2 in number. So if someone asks you, the number of vocal fold present in larynx is 2 paired. Okay, now let's study about the true vocal fold, that is, it will be participate in sound production. sound production. Okay, I am making you guys clear by each and every concept that might be asked in several exams. So let's not skip any topics from here, okay? Because each and every one is equally important. This true vocal fold is participating in sound production. So from here, just remember one thing, like it's one of our vocal fold, true vocal fold, and it is our another vocal fold. So from here, are you seeing this space in between them? Can you guys see this space between them? Yes. In various exams, it has also been asked that space between two vocal fold in larynx is known as what? This space between two vocal fold in larynx is known as our rima. Oh, maybe someone special person name might be Rima, isn't it? So Rima glottidis. Done up to this much. Listen to me very carefully. From here, one question must be arise in your mind that if the true vocal fold function in the sound production, then what's the importance of having false vocal fold? Is it the remnant or is it the rudimentary structures? No, it's not. The false vocal fold is not like present just for fun over there. Okay, this false vocal fold is the one which is going to maintain the resonance of voice. So now you can understand the importance of both of true vocal fold as well as our false vocal fold. Done up to this much? So every concept regarding your larynx must be clear from this video. And if you guys really like this video, then do this video, share with your friends, okay? So everyone can learn, isn't it? See you soon in our next topic where we will be going to discuss about the remaining portions of the respiratory systems, and that will be our alveoli, lungs, and then we will be studying about mechanism of respiration. Till then, take care. Do subscribe our channel. If you have any query, you can directly message me at WhatsApp number this, and I'm from Nepal. Don't forget to use our code, okay, +977. See you there. Take care. Bye bye.